You could start selling digital products without social media. Instead of worrying about the trending sounds and algorithm updates and posting daily, you could start posting content that will work for you for months, for years to come. It will work together, all the pieces of content, creating this beautiful ecosystem, evergreen ecosystem for you. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what are the options for evergreen platforms that you could choose from. Also, how to choose the best one for you, and how I'm going to be treating social media platforms. Hey there, I'm Anna. This channel is for over 40 business owners and coaches who want to monetize YouTube beyond AdSense. So I categorize social media platforms and search engines as platforms of the moment and evergreen platforms. So platforms of the moment, that's TikTok, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, and evergreen ones, that is YouTube, blogging, Pinterest. So you may feel this pressure that you have to post on Instagram, you have to post often. But when you take a step back, you will realize that these efforts may not necessarily convert into sales because you only have 24 to 48 hours. It's really quick on Instagram. Meanwhile, when you post evergreen videos, when you do blogging, when you write articles, those pieces of content work for you for months or even years. So if you don't see immediate results within the first day or two, they may still bring results, but later. So when you stack either articles or videos, you are creating this evergreen ecosystem because every single article, every single video will be working together. So the more content you post, the bigger your content library. Meanwhile, and with platforms of the moment, the more content you post, the more chances you will have to hit it within the first 24 hours. So which would you rather build? An evergreen content empire that works for you for months or years? Or would you rather take those gambles daily if your content is going to resonate or not, and you only have that small window? I know that personally, I am all in on YouTube. I am focusing on YouTube because it's a search-friendly platform and it's perfect to sell digital products. I'm not focusing on posting a few times per day on Instagram, on TikTok, asking to comment with that one word and waiting to see what happens in that period of time. I just think it's not a sustainable solution. It's not a solution that will grow my brand in the long term. So now I would say there are two main roads that you could follow, right? Or you could do both, of course, if you have capacity. You could do YouTube videos, which are evergreen and are search friendly, or you could do blogging. So blogging, I know you may think that's 2009. A lot of people started blogs in 2009 and they were monetizing blogs. Now blogging is not as popular, but it's very relevant because blogs get indexed on Google and now also on ChatGPT. So if you don't feel like being on camera, if you don't feel like making videos just yet, if you need to maybe build that muscle, start with blogs. They are great. They're great to make sales, to build your list. It's also an incredible way to build your audience, especially if you add Pinterest to the mix. So Pinterest is also a search engine that fuels traffic, and your audience can discover your pins even months later or even years later. Pins just stay on Pinterest. And you can use pins to promote your blog articles. So these two choices, I would say, and you can definitely succeed with either with YouTube or with blogging. It's up to you what you feel comfortable with and what you're going to devote your energy to and where you're going to be consistent. And the great thing about evergreen platforms is when you promote your digital products, when you share those links, you don't have to see if your products will sell exactly when you post your video. If you don't get any sales, You don't have to worry, because you might get sales in a few weeks or in a few months, or you may get sales that will be just like slowly dripping throughout months or years, just because people will be discovering your videos slowly. Same thing with blogs. You know, this is the work that will work for you for months or for years to come. So even if you're starting a YouTube channel and if you see low views, for that reason, don't worry, because those videos will be working for you in months, in years, and they may still take off. I see videos on my homepage that are a year or even 2 years old. When I do a search, I see search results of videos that are 5 years old. And it's the same with Google. When we type something into Google, YouTube videos show up as our search results. So you're really building this evergreen body of work, this portfolio for yourself that will work for you. And the more videos you create, the bigger your portfolio. And here, you know, the more reels you post on Instagram, the more chances you have to create something that resonates with your audience, and you could totally make it work. You could definitely make it work. There are so many creators who make Instagram work. The only thing is they're not creating something that is sustainable, that is going to work for them for months or years. Some of them, they also have content teams, and they do both. They do YouTube and they do Instagram. It depends on your capacity. They also have editing teams, and they hire, you know, content teams. I even heard about one creator who has content teams, agencies for every single platform. So yeah, a separate one for TikTok, separate one for YouTube, separate one for Instagram. So, you know, it all depends on our journey, on our goals, on our situation. You can definitely start with one and just like add something if you have capacity. But you know, thinking about it, if I was going to create daily reels on Instagram, I think I'd rather just create another YouTube video. I post 2 times a week. I think I would just do 3 times a week on YouTube. Unless it's something that doesn't require too much editing. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing on Instagram and on TikTok. I'm just going to create those low effort pieces of content. I'm gonna do walk and talk in New York City and just post it as reel. I'm not gonna do any fancy editing, because, you know, I could do fancy editing and post more on YouTube and create a bigger evergreen portfolio of work, instead of just posting more reels, instead of just posting more of these of the moment pieces of content. So yeah, you know, treating Instagram as our business card, as, you know, we do have presence on Instagram. Let's say I'm going to a networking event. Very often I notice that we exchange Instagram handles. You know, I'm active on Instagram, I do post, but this is not my main focus. I do have a link in bio. I will create reels with those where you comment with one word and you get a freebie, or I sell. But it's not going to be where my energy goes. My energy goes to YouTube, and I treat it as my main audience building platform. Okay, there is something I haven't mentioned, and something that is very important. As a business coach, I believe that all our social media or our platform efforts should lead to one goal. Yes, it is sales too, but it is to build our email list. That is very important, because that's where sales happen, and that's where we can truly connect with our audience. I have over 11,000 people on my email list. If you haven't subscribed to my email list, all you need to do is download one of the freebies or comment list, and I will comment with the link to join. I write 1 or 2 emails per week to my audience. One of them is usually a storytelling email with tips, with my behind the scenes. And the second email is often introducing my offers, talking about my offers. But every single email has a footer. And in the footer, there are different offers. There is a freebie, there is maybe my digital product, maybe my community. So very often, email readers just go to the footer and just help themselves. It's like a buffet that I'm not talking about, but it's just like always there. So this is the beauty of creating and focusing on sustainable growth. We have platforms that are building our audience where we constantly sell without our participation. Because this video, for example, that you're watching right now, I may get email signups that will lead to a sale on Christmas in like months from now, right? And I'm recording it right now and it's summer, right? So besides those evergreen platforms, I'm also leading everybody to my email list to create more touch points, more like a trust with my audience, to just get to know you guys better, of what you need to have more conversations. Because yes, imagine if you were going to do that all on Instagram. First of all, every time we post a reel, it's not guaranteed that our audience will see it. I think it's like 10% of our followers see our content. So you will have to post so often. That's why a lot of successful creators post 4 times a day on Instagram. You'll have to post so often to even be noticed. Meanwhile, here, you could just create your video, post it there, and just chill and just see what happens. No, I'm kidding. Create a new one. And then add your audience to your email list and create more touch points. And maybe, do a walk and talk reel quickly. So that same audience from YouTube video from your email list can also see a reel. Because our audience needs multiple touch points, multiple of these pieces of content to actually believe that our solution is for them, that we are the guide for them. It's not that we just open our wallets and want to work with strangers. I don't know about you, but when I start working with someone, I go to their YouTube channel, I subscribe to their email list, I observe them for a bit. And did you notice that our audience doesn't often comment? Like, I know with my private clients, I rarely see any comments on LinkedIn or on YouTube or even answers to my email list, but they just like quietly write me an email or contact me on Instagram, send me a message and say, Anna, do you offer coaching? I'm like, yes, hi, who are you? No, I don't say that. But often our potential clients, they act in silence. They watch us. And trust me, they do. So if you post YouTube videos and if you don't get too much traffic right now, if you don't get too many views, too many comments, just keep that in mind. You are creating this beautiful, evergreen ecosystem for yourself that is going to work for you for months and years, right? And also keep in mind that your potential clients are watching. They don't often comment, but one day they will feel like they've watched enough and they will want to sign up and invest in your offer. They would want more of you. Often, a few times I got an email from somebody who said, I watched so many of your free YouTube videos. I can only imagine how it's going to be when I hire you, because I see the value that you are posting for free. So I know that when I hire you, I'm going to really be satisfied and it's going to be for me because I've seen you delivering and over delivering in your free content. That's another thing. My motto is share everything you know. And that's what I do in my YouTube videos with my lovely email subscribers. I share everything I know. I teach everything I know. I have this abundant mindset. There is no scarcity of like, oh, I'm going to save it for my paid clients. No. I share everything I know, and those who want to invest, they can definitely do that, and it all evens out. So if you're ever wondering whether you should hide some knowledge or some of your signature processes, no. Just share everything you know, and it will all come back to you. Okay, so what evergreen way is going to be your way? Because you could make any way happen once you commit to it. Are you going to commit to YouTube? Are you going to commit to blogging with Pinterest? Are you going to commit to creating your email list and emailing your audience? What is going to be your tiny step that you can take to create your evergreen ecosystem? Ecosystem, portfolio of work that's going to be working for you, selling your digital products, your offers for months and years to come without worrying about the trends, about posting daily. What is going to be that one little step? And if you are curious whether YouTube is worth it, I made a video about it. If you want to know what to focus on in that first month on YouTube, I have a free download. Do grab it. You will also be added to my email list, and you can always unsubscribe. Every single email has that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.